side, and it's smoke and one grenade on NVK, and then on the TSM side we've got Carrigan with one smoke and a couple of flashbangs, and it could be pretty much anything. So far, slightly slow start for the Danish team. Don't want to try and rush into anything crazy. If we win this pistol round, you got to worry for TSM's mental health. They need a strong start on this map.
On EnVyUs, they don't even have a kit either, so if they're going to actually play for this one, they need to go for a quick retake or just prevent them from getting there outright. But we do have TSM again. Take this thing very slow. This is going to be a very important pistol round for them. They have 3 men push up towards B with the bomb, and Dupree and Zipmix, I think, trying to force a little bit of a rotate. Keo going to be getting the first little bit of action. The bullets routed off right past him. Okay. That's going to come down to this. I think Device or KGB Judgment's going to lead the charge over towards B. They need to hit this first shot.
The fact that they see that there's one person that far up in apartments is a good indication that there's going to be three men stacked on A, basically, because there's going to be someone else who watch quad and someone has to watch arch as well. So TSM can probably guess that there's the most 2 people here. With the flashbang and the smoke, they might have a good opening. There's a shot to bring NPK down to 9 health, and now the Glock train is in full effect, taking down NBK. There's nothing you could do at that point when you're just not hitting the headshots. Happy. I think he realized as Zipmix is in flowers. Apex showing up for the party as well, but the bomb is already down, and as you pointed out, Jason, no kit. Nice shot from Apex, taking down one, but Zipmix and Device going to chime in, and this is looking good for the Danish team. That clock is still running down on the bomb, and it's Kiyoshima and Kenny trying to go for the retake now, but Dupree and Carrigan aren't showing themselves, and a good headshot there should finish this round. Kiyoshima with a nice shot, but he doesn't have a kit, and this is just way too long. Carrigan going to peek on in there, and now there's nothing you could do. So a good round here for TSM. Envy, nice shot, nice chance of retaking it, but it's going to be the end of the round.
I think after that last round against that 2v1 against Kenny S on Cobblestone, Kerrigan was going to hit the shots this time and not let that one go through his hands.
Yeah, but the fact that that's probably in his mind, right? And
yeah.
It shouldn't be. You should try and keep it away, but
I would hope it's not. I mean, if you're a professional player, you've probably had moments like that time and time again. You better be able to push it out of your consciousness, because this is a big game. This is TSM's hopes to stay alive in the tournament. They have 1 life left. EnVyUs still sitting pretty with 3, and they've had a big struggle so far today in the games.
Second round up, and we do see a couple of C-Seds, a couple of P250s, and a single Deagle on Kiyoshima. All armor, and 3 smokes as well from Envy. Really big investment, but we mentioned this on Overpass, how it could, or Cobblestone, sorry, how it could be a good idea to have smokes on the CT side to force terrorists to make mistakes.
Yeah.
On Inferno, it's, I don't know, pretty more than doubly true because of this choke point into the B-bomb side. If you can keep it smoked up, sometimes the terrorist team will make some pretty awful mistakes, and 50 seconds, they still got 2 left. Great management from Envy here, just holding on to these smokes.
No contact's even been made so far. I think that anyone spotted a single man out. Dupree, though, looking for the push over towards long spots out. Kenny has forcing him back. His cancer just going to flash, and nice positioning by Dupree. Does dodge away from the flashbang and picks up that first kill. Now Keo going to get 1 with the Deagle, looking for the second. They've lined up for him. They finally spread out. He's not able to connect just yet, but there's Happy coming in from the back. Apex secures 1, and look at this. It's a 3-on-2. Apex, Kenny stay alive. Keo gets 1, and they clutch out the round. The investment into that worked wonders.
What on earth? That is actually TSM, I think, with a pretty good approach there. The way that they managed to shut down the guy playing Little Pit by all wrapping around through Archway is a good idea. They stayed grouped up, but then the combined effect of Apex and Apartments, Keo and Pit, and Happy coming out of Library through the smoke meant that was a bit of a disaster, and almost no money on that one player on TSM. Who was that? That was Device on $100.
Got armor.
That is very interesting.
Maybe a little miscommunication in the team. Only one on the team to actually pick it up. We do see a Deagle for Dupree, but I also want to point out that last round how important it was just for Keo to stay alive in Pip, just to keep that pressure, that presence of him being there. It really forced TSM to watch multiple angles, multiple directions, and here we go. Kenny secures the first. Happy there to back him up. Great teamwork between these 2 men, and that will be, looks like, a clean round coming in for EnVyUs. Device. The last one alive is MBK going to clean that one up. EnVyUs now up 2-1.
And MBK must have seen the headshot there, the spark from the headshot, so he must be wondering why Device had that armor to begin with. Well, 2-1, and moving into the 4th round. Not a lot that TSM could do just yet. They haven't got the bomb plant except for in the pistol round, but So it's probably going to be 3-1 here before TSM could realistically put a buy together.
And keep in mind, it wasn't like TSM bought up, MAC-10s or SMGs. They bought AKs, they bought Galils, and still lost that second round. So that's a major hit on the economy, and that's where you see them forced back to another kind of eco. But anyways, they've lost the first man. kennyS has gone down. The gun has not been recovered on this terrorist side for TSM. I'm trying to pull a little bit of a fake. Actually, 4-man looking to push back up towards middle. This is going to be still a tough ask for TSM. They get the M4 at least. They get that at the minimum, and they can use this to work off it.
Especially if they could find NBK alone on the bomb side and end up taking him down. The smoke is going to be up, but at this point, they might just have to try and see if they could push through here. There is a bit of a stack going on for the EnVy team, although you can tell Happy is being very mobile at the moment, rotating back and forth between Archway and over towards that B bomb side. 45 seconds. And Device going to set up for a smoke into CT spawn, which is going to block Happy off a little bit. But, it's Happy. He's only going to respect that for so long. He actually stands in the middle of the smoke as it pops and gets a double kill. And NBK is there to take down Carrigan. It's finally Cajun taking one. If he can get another one, that would be amazing. That gives them the bomb plan, but it's not going to work out. Instead, he goes down. Decent round for TSM after all, but it's going to have to be quick here. They need to shut EnVy down. The French team, they already have a couple of players that have a lot of money. The three in the middle there, Kiyoshima, Apex, and NBK. EnVyUs
are just, they have to be so damn hard to read with this double up setup. The fact that Happy was using it the last time I saw it, or a couple of days ago on the CT side. Now, kennyS is using it. I mean, yeah, he's feeling on point. He's feeling confident, so that obviously explains why. But to kind of read into the style of the two players and play around that is going to be so difficult for TSM. But either way, we're into the back buyout for both teams. And TSM not able to afford an op themselves. But dupreeh has gone inside a balcony. He's back up in apartments. And Apex and Kyo have a nice two-man hold towards pit.
And just clearing out apartments initially is definitely an important task for TSM. So they've accomplished that much. Still plenty of time, and you can tell that EnVy are playing a style right now that is very defensive. Not one that's going to give a lot of openings for TSM. Maybe because that last round they lost the entry to Cajun with the Deagle. They don't want to give anything away here. It will give the Danish team a little bit more room to move around, and you can tell dupreeh is trying to use that to clear out middle. If they check the corner, though, Happy is going to be there. They have a Molotov, so they could force him out and sneak in around kennyS. He actually misses the shot. Is he going to get another chance? I don't think Carrigan has realized that someone's actually firing at him. He finally turns around, and Apex shows up to get the kill. Now they've got to push into B, and they have to get this entry frag. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. Inside, it's going to be NBKs in the back lines with the rifle spraying through here and not connecting. Sipnik takes him out, and now it's a 4v4. Apex not waiting, spraying, takes one, takes two, and oh no, TSM! It's going to be a triple kill, a quad kill for Apex. Perfect timing.
The fact that EnVyUs could stack 4 men towards A and leave NBK alone towards B was just, it was so well done. They read into the initial push at TSM very well, letting that early kill. And then, just seeing the way that he took the site, rushing straight through the smoke, not letting him get the plant, not letting him get the extra bit of money, not letting them build up any sort of economy, and winning out on the aim battles. So well done by EnVyUs. And they committed a lot of smokes, as you typically will see towards the top of Banana. But this is one thing I've always liked to see between teams. You have teams like NIP and Dignitas who like to get very aggressive down Banana. They like to smoke off the bottom and constantly leave that one-man push down there so they can rotate in, hopefully in time. But we're seeing EnVyUs go the other route, where they play very defensive on B, keeping the smoke towards the top and allowing the other team to push up.
I mean, I'm impressed by the speed with which EnVy managed to rotate over to that bomb side. That should have been an afterplant position at least, where TSM get a chance to fight once the bomb is down. And instead, EnVy just show up and they don't even wait for it. They just go all the way in. It's going to be Device left here. Obviously no armor. NBK with a triple kill. And again, we've been talking about Apex so much. We've been talking about how he seems more confident, how maybe his role in this team allows him to play a little bit more than it did in Titan. He's an 8-0-1 right now. He's got a terrific scoreline.
I really wonder how the support that he gets from Titan compared to EnVyUs really is related. Because I saw him getting flashed through in that initial push back into B, trying to go for the retake before the bomb got planted. And I've been seeing that time and time again. They're really giving him the opportunity to. They're giving him the chance to excel, and he's been taking that opportunity and making it work. I'm trying to think on Titan's side if they've really been able to do that for him, or if it's been more still that whole kennyS kind of thing. I talked to Maniac, and he said it's not really been the kennyS show for a while now.
No.
But have they been able to try to, to give Apex the tools to shine?
But it could very well also be the case that when you've had a tournament as good as the one that Apex has had here, you feel like you can try and go for these plays, and then it works. You know, the whole of the EnVy team right now is overflowing with confidence, and TSM must be feeling very bad at the moment here. You can tell EnVy are very good at utilizing the grenades. They're actually smoking off B from the A bomb site, which is what you see Kyoshima doing continuously, and our wonderful observer here is doing a really good job at helping us out with that. That's important because it means that over at B, there's no way to really break through. Kenny with a good shot there. I think he hit Dupree in the background too, maybe through the wall, but Apex goes down.
Oh, this is Kyo trying to defend for Faye. He's got a Happy trying to rotate in as well, and Kenny is trying to hold from sight, and this is going to be a tough take. Kenny is going to sit inside the smoke. This is so what on Kyo picks up one before he does fall. Kenny gets one as well through the smoke as he's blind. The bomb is now down. Dupree finally responds. It's a 2-on-2. The bomb should be planted, but now we have MBK and Happy up against them. MBK rotating around towards short. Sipnic's already waiting in position to stop this. And a little bit of flashing back for now. Happy just waiting for that smoke to dissipate before he can go for this retake.
Pretty good position here between the two TSM players. They should be able to use the fact that they have to walk into a crossfire at one point, and there are two flashbangs here on Happy. That might be a way to get back in. NBK is going to get the kill, and Happy sprays down Sipnix, and that bomb is definitely going to get defused. So 6-1, great retake for EnVy. And TSM not being able to utilize the crossfire ended up sort of positioning themselves at the end so they could get taken out one at a time. You
know, I was talking to Chobra actually before we started the whole show today, talking about getting the minds of each other, like getting the heads of your opponent. And in CS, that's such a big thing. And you know, I could be overreading this, but this is like the second time EnVyUs has asked a question to Kerrigan, you know, saying, HP, did I dink you? And he hasn't responded.
Yeah, I mean, Kerrigan's probably super focused right now. I would say EnVy are also known to be sort of a team that it almost seems to have more fun when their opponents are really getting crushed, which is great. You're trying to win a competition. You should be enjoying the fact that you're beating the hell out of your opponent. That doesn't make them bad people, but it certainly is pretty getting to TSM right now, and all the better for EnVy, obviously. Apex in the corner there. It's going to be Sipnix taking down Apex, and Kerrigan. A lot of speed this time for the Danish team. They are tired of getting beat up, and finally they managed to trade 3 for 1, leaving Kyoshima in the pit and NBK rotating in from Library. This is one of those rounds that you cannot possibly lose unless you make a bunch of mistakes, and TSM can't afford that now. They've got to play this one flawlessly. There is a grenade, and it's going to land. It does only tag up Sipnix a bit. Was a bit scared that it could have found Cajun or Kerrigan.
EnVyUs are taking their time to go for this retake with 3 men tucked in. The device over towards short. I think they're trying to make this one expensive, not let TSM escape with too many guns. And Kyo to go for the spread. MBK gets one as they do rush straight through him. The dink coming in yet again. Kyo doing so much damage, but he will finally be fallen by Cajun B. So finally TSM able to get another on the board, and they lost another AK. They're forced to go for the rebuy up, and if they lose this one, they're going to be on the save.
And you've just got to sit back and admire this. Even as EnVy know that they can't win the round, they managed to set up so that instead of TSM surviving with 4 members, they actually managed to only come out with 1 person alive. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, smoke coming through, the op coming out of Kinesis. Apex getting super aggressive in middle towards Benji. Gets the first kill. He can't get the spray on a Cajun B, but he did at least a 1-for-1 trade. Still favorable towards that TSM side. I think he lost a lot of utility on that too. A lot of grenades. But even this, now EnVyUs being aggressive towards B. Happy sitting on the opposite side of the smoke. This is going to be so unexpected, but unluckily for him, TSM not going to be coming this direction.
They are taking the bomb right now over towards apartments here. So you've got to wonder if they are going to end up trying to execute towards the A bomb site.
You know, I wonder, because it looks like TSM's going to take a bit of time. You know, how often do teams tunnel vision on one site? Like, they've been to B, they've been shut down B almost every single time except the pistol. Do they kind of get in the mindset of, well, you know, B's not working. We should just get away from B, not even try to attempt it, maybe try to get a pick every once in a while, but just constantly hit that A site, because that's what they've been doing.
I think that depends a lot on how you're losing those B situations. One of the times when Apex ran through the smoke, for instance, I would say that was a very preventable loss. If they had just, instead of everyone being focusing at the back of site where they just took out MBK, if they just a couple of them look where Apex is coming through, that's something that they can do. So then you're not thinking the B push is bad, you're just thinking next time if we don't do that, we'll win it. So you can keep sort of rationalizing that you should keep doing it. Good shot from Kenny, and Kyoshima though is going to be going down. Kenny close with the orb, takes 1. And now it's a 2v2. Bomb being picked up and 9 seconds left here. It will be a plant here in the 9th round, and Sipnix is down in the pit, spraying away. He's actually out of bullets, otherwise NBK be down, and Sipnix drops to Happy. What an unfortunate turn of events. One more bullet there and MBK would have been gone, and Happy would have been in a strange position.
How damn good are Happy and MBK together? This is ridiculous. That's not the first time they've retaken that site in an equal situation, if not a disadvantageous situation. These two men are really performing well, and this confidence is just flowing through the team.
Yeah.
TSM, you have to wonder, maybe a pause is in order soon to talk things over, because this is their last chance. You know, the difference between first and second place is $40,000 for first place, $12,000 for second, and that's not including how many lives you have left and how many games you've won.
I think, sort of objectively speaking, having a tactical timeout right now would be great for TSM, but if there is like, you know, just if the TeamSpeak right now on TSM is silent as a grave, if there's nothing happening and you take a tactical pause, then that just gives people time to you know, really feel bad for even longer.
Okay.
I imagine that right now they might just be thinking, look, we just gotta hope that someone comes up big with something and we can actually turn this around. No armor or anything really here, but you're right. When it comes to the retakes, you can tell that Envy have all the confidence in the world. They will literally stroll through the smokes and run in and get the kills. They are not worried about anything right now. Happy with a quad kill, and it's going to be 8-2. Envy are they're beating the hell out of TSM in this in the first 3 maps here.
You know, we have to think ahead to just about 10 days time for your sub 1 clone. Like EnVyUs winning this, well, assume it's like a 3-0.
So there is, I would say, a Grand Canyon of difference between this tournament and the Cologne tournament coming up in Lanxess. I would caution anyone against comparing results here from results. Not to take anything away from Envy, but there's a very, very different scenario in my opinion.
I actually don't mean results. I mean just their confidence coming into it, because this was the real testing ground to see how they'd be able to perform against the top teams, and then take that, look at any mistakes they might have made over the course of the entire event. Obviously look at Train.
But this is also giving a big chance to Fnatic, Virtus.pro,
true, very
Navi,
true,
to sit down, Cloud9, sit down and say, how did this work? I mean, all of those are out there. You can bet you Sean Guess has a notebook and he's scribbling every single round, thinking, how could we crush Envy when it's our turn? So, yep, they're obviously going to have confidence, but they're also being read by a bunch of teams. That'll make it a little bit more difficult to repeat the current success. Apex going to be down by Dupree, but Kenny's there with a refrag, and it's a 4v3 now. 40 seconds left, and Happy and the rest are just crushing the Danes. Sipnix is alone, and he gets down by Kenny. Gets shot off the balcony, almost out of the map, I think, and it's going to be a triple kill for Kenny, who's at 11. In fact, look at this, 11, 11, 10, 10, 10 is the score here on the NV side. It's like full unity going on right now.
We talked about one player stepping up and carrying the team. What if the whole team steps up at the same time? That is such a tough and almost unbeatable team.
Yeah, it's like a Power Rangers thing, you know, they all come together and then build like a huge robot. I can't remember much about Power Rangers.
Is it Zorgs or something? I can't remember either. I feel so bad. I should know this.
You should. I actually expected, Jason. I was hoping you could pick up on that. Happy will go down to Dupree, but this is all just circumstantial at the moment. Nothing much to be gained from this round. NBK, Kiyoshima. And it's going to be 10-2, and the 13th round is coming up. If they can make this 10-5, they are still competitive in this Inferno map, definitely. TSM is a team that functioned very well generally on the CT side of this map, so 10-5 and it's not over 11-4, sorry. It'll get tough, but it's doable. But anything less than 5 or 4 rounds, and we might be saying goodbye to TSM very quickly.
Well, let's see. Looks like it's a very fast-paced push over towards this A site. Qzo pushed up apartments, hasn't done this just yet. That might catch him off guard. Kenny is sitting back towards pit. Him and Apex can be working together to lock down some crossfire. And Keo slowly pushing through apartments. He catches out Dupree. He will fall though to Zipnix as it came in from the backside. And the pushes is continuing at this rate, but TSM, they have so much time to work with. There's no need to necessarily commit to this. They can go back towards B, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
And Sipnik's thinking on his feet there, because he actually couldn't see Kiyoshima when he took that shot, because there was a smoke up blocking the stairwell.
Okay.
So he just blindly shot through, knowing obviously that Dupree just got killed from there. But it's not 100% you're going to hit that shot. Now they seem to be rotating back to the B bomb site. And you were talking about this, you know, are they running their heads against the wall going in here? I think a lot depends on how well MBK plays. He's in the back lines. All he has is a couple of flashbangs here, so he's got to be careful. He has to stay alive for a while and wait for a Happy to show up and help him out. There's the first flashbang, trying to buy time. Molotov's forcing him out. Great job on TSM, and Happy trying to make it through, but Cajun will shut him down. And now it's on Apex and Kenny. And again, this should be a 100% win for TSM.
I think that almost solidifies it. There's Kenya's the last man alive, and it's on top of well. Maybe make this expensive as device will pick up the kill, but you pointed this out, you know. I asked about the whole, you know, butting your head into a wall kind of thing, and you said, well, it depends how the round went. It depends if it's preventable. We saw Apex run straight through the smoke last time and got so many kills off the back. This time, Happy tries to rush through, and they're watching it. They're not focused on NBK in the back of side. They pick him off, and they're able to finally win that round.
Yeah, so they are just trying to sort of iron out whatever mistakes they can. Yeah, Device, who, when they were playing against CLG on this map, had 29 kills in 15 rounds, is currently at, what was it, 3 kills in 14, or 13 rounds, I guess. That's a bit of a switch up, and again, I would say a symptom of sort of the collective team breakdown of TSM during the course of the last 2 maps.
I'm assuming the mentality's got to be very grim.
Yeah, I mean, this happens to every team. I don't think I've ever seen a team, even Fnatic, even NiP when they were the strongest, have had results where they just sort of break down.
Oof. You know, I mean, sometimes all it takes is that spark to light the flame on your team. You know, one great clutch by someone on the team to really get yourself going. And you're able to pick up, another round, but still, you know, 10-3 is not the greatest of scorelines. But, you know, if one man steps up, I feel like that might be exactly what TSM, you know, needs to get back in the game. Right,
so the person that I can think of that might be the most prone to doing that is actually Cajun. I feel like whenever things go really bad, Cajun gets really angry and will just sort of try to force it on his own, say, okay, then it's on me, and I'll try and make it work. So yeah, I'm looking to Cajun right now. I want to see him lead the charge here. This is very risky and very dangerous. 24 seconds as they try and make the push through. Cajun charging in first through the fire and flashes all over the place. NBK to pick up the first kill here, and Happy spraying 1-2 and eventually gets down by Cajun. 14 seconds left, and he ends up dropping to NBK, who's done a really good job staying in the back line there. Double kill for him. 11 to 3 here, and moving into the 15th round.
I like how you pointed out NBK too, because he adapted really well in that round, considering he knew the time was low. If they're going to go B, they're probably going to Molotov that position behind new blocks like they did before. Instead, he rotated towards Dark, sat there, worked with Happy to pick up the kills and to lock that down. Like I said, the last round of this half, we're going to see the op again in the hands of Kenny. Yes, it's so weird and awesome at the same time to see a team like this be able to switch the op on the drop of a dime. I mean, yeah, it depends on who's confident and depends on who's having a good game, but the fact that they can play just as well with either one picking that up is ridiculous.
That was a dirty trick coming out from Envy. They had put up the smoke, which normally signifies that no one is by sandbags, and then Happy, I think, was pop flash to take that first kill there on Device, and now he's going to spray down another 2. Pop flash to take down 3 members of TSM. Finally, Happy's down. But those are some very clever tricks from Envy. I mean, the second pop flash is the standard one that you throw. The first one involves a smoke that's going to signal to TSM that there's nothing much going on here. And then he's still out there waiting. We saw
him use that position before, but no one actually came his way, so he just backed away, didn't have to give it up, and just recycling it for another chance. Dupree took quite a bit of damage from that Molotov, and again, looking for NBK in the back of sight, and he's going to spot him out. He's going to spot him jumping, but he won't be able to connect the shot, and now they know exactly where the last 2 men are going to be. Keo and Apex me locking down A. It's going down to this combo of Kenyason. Oh my lord, the trades back and forth. Zitmix the last man alive in a 1-on-3 to get Team Solo Mid another round on the board. But he's being flanked, he's being pushed from the back, and with 15 seconds to go, this is going to be a tough feat.
He's trapped in the middle of a triangle, and he just can't get out. Apex will take the shot. 12-3 first half in favor of Envy, and a tremendous performance here for the Frenchmen. They should be proud. They look at 2. A Cash, it was one-sided. A Cobblestone, it looked like they never lost control. It was less one-sided. So far in Inferno, it's been horrendous for the Danish team. And going into the second half, if they don't win the pistol round and a hell of a lot more than that, then this will be quite a devastating result for TSM, without a doubt.
Well, looking for them, they've at least performed better in this tournament than they did just last weekend, Ace of Predator Masters. But here we go, into the pistol round in the second half. EnVyUs with 3 lives left, Team Solo Mid with 1 remaining, and Zipnix with a great shot at Apex does open up and does slow down the push out of EnVyUs and gets them 1 step closer to maybe picking up this pistol round.
Especially dropping Apex, it feels like it's going to be important. He's been obviously playing very well, and in pistols too, so A bit of a start. They still have 2 smokes left over at the B bomb site, and there is one guy sneaking through middle. That's Happy, trying to make some noise while the rest of the team is setting up for a B push. It is, we mentioned this yesterday, very, very common on the T side if you're a man down to try and revert back to B bomb site. And there they are. Sipnik's looking for an opening first of all. Carrigan in the corner, and now he is kind of trapped there, and this is dangerous. They need to help each other out. They can't fight one at a time. They need this crossfire. Carrigan goes down. Sipnik's with a good shot, but he gets dropped, and now there's a chance. Happy playing by the tree and waiting, and it's going to be a straight headshot. He's looking for more, but he's not going to get it.
Now in a 2-on-2, not a lot of help on MBK. No kick currently in the side of TSM. They're going to be smoking off Banana where there's going to be no one waiting. It's going to be MBK back towards Nubox and Q. Back towards Dark, and they're going to rush straight for KGB. He's got the spray with the CZ. MBK comes up with the kill under Dupree. Going to charge straight through KGB. Gets one, but he can't get the second. And EnVyUs take the pistol round. They are now 3 rounds away for being the Intel Extreme Masters Gamescom champion.
Completely devastating. There is nothing else to say. They get the openings. On Cobblestone, they had plenty of rounds when they were up 5-3, and then Envy just bring it back to a victory anyway. In a pistol round, you get an opening like that, and you have the smokes up, and they're running through the smoke into B. So many different ways for it to work, but this is very obvious now that the TSM, they're not just tilting, they're all the way down at this point.
They're upside down. They tilted so hard.
Yeah.
Well, again, they're still at least need to get something going. They need to try. Obviously, they're going to be doing just that, but just EnVyUs seem unstoppable. Kyo picking up the Nova just because. The rest of the team with MAC-10s and an MP7. Happy just distracting over towards A. On a 4-man squad out of EnVyUs are looking to push onto this B site.
Well, you know, not to try and be funny, but if it's true that you learn the most losing, then TSM have learned a lot this tournament. And it's good that hopefully will help them in the major, because they're gonna have to look at the bright side in that sense. Device getting some good damage onto Happy, sneaking through Archway, but now they're going to be rushing into the B bomb site. Sipnik to the back lines here, and also Carrigan by the coils, 5-7 in hand. It's going to be a single kill before the Nova shotgun tears him to pieces.
On Device can't connect either. Apex cleans it up. KGB coming in from Banana falls as well, and Apex, this man has really stepped up this entire tournament. Dupree, last man alive. And here we go into potentially the penultimate round of this entire tournament. Lasted 4 days, had some phenomenal ones across the board, had an interesting format that turned out to be pretty damn awesome. EnVyUs showing who they've become with all these team swaps.
Certainly the map pool here on the final day has been very favorable for EnVyUs, but that is not the full story. There is more to it, and that we can't just, you know, put everything on the maps and say, well, if it had been different, then you know, TSM would have been the ones cruising like this instead. I think that would be selling Envy a bit short right now. They're playing fantastic Counter-Strike.
If it was like closer games, I think we could say that,
yeah.
But these have just been complete stomps, and EnVyUs just being leaps and bounds beyond TSM, or better than TSM in their current form, at least for both teams.
Yeah, maybe, I don't want to say maybe a lack of focus sort of converted into just the full tilt mode that we're seeing here for the Danish team, which is not always what we see from them. Usually they're able to pick it up again at some point, but this has been a very, very long roller coaster ride, just going all downhill. It's no ups at all. And eventually there's just no more tracks and they'll crash into the ground.
I was gonna say. All right, well, EnVyUs looking to push in towards this B site yet again. Zipnix and Kerrigan playing up close with the 5-7. But with 30 seconds to go, EnVyUs, they gotta make their moves. Smoke coming in yet again, so they're forced to flash through. Q's gonna be the one to charge straight in. Flashbang comes, and they're gonna actually turn around. They're baiting this one in. This is, I did not expect it at all, neither did TSM. They still have 2 men over towards being a 3, actually. His Device is rotating back. They're rushing straight in towards the A site. They have 15 seconds to go. They have to move quick, but Dupree gets the first kill. Gets a second, at least that's KGB. And Apex finally able to respond with 8 seconds left to go. They have to get this bomb down.
I'm not sure that they can. There's no chance here. Device going to pick up a great double kill, and TSM will make it 14-4. All right. Jason, you're going to have to step it up now. Do you believe? Are we going to see it? It have to be a 12-round comeback on the CT side of Inferno.
It's not impossible.
It's definitely
it's not impossible, but
mathematically you can add 12 and 4 together and get 16.
You can. But I think with the way TSM has been playing today, I think EnVyUs just have their number. But Kerrigan, there you go, able to get a kill. We talked about that spark. Can it light up Team Sillamid's engine and get them going? But that's so many rounds, Anders. That is so damn many.
Yeah, Natsu is the guy in the community that I guess a couple of years ago coined this term, one round at a time. A mentality that you try and adopt at a professional level to try and forget about the situation you're in and just worry about every single round. If they could do that for 12 rounds in a row, that would actually be quite a tremendous achievement here for the Danish team. I agree, though. I don't see it happening, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
I want to see it. You know, I want to see this game at least get close at a minimum. And maybe not necessarily TSM winning, but I want to see a closer game because these are the best teams in the world going head-to-head. But EnVyUs are making TSM look like a tier 2. But there we go, Dupree picking up one and trying to still sit in on site as MBK picks him off.
Great stuff from Envy. They are really coordinated well here. Out of apartments, in through quad. Bomb's going to go down. And now it is going to be a retake scenario with Device on 1 health. And he's the one with the kit, so they got to make sure that kit doesn't drop in some awkward spot where they can't pick it up. That would be quite possibly the worst way to lose a game at this point here. Smoke off into the hood is a very good idea for Sipnix there, so making sure Happy can't see too much and also doing some damage. Carrion coming out and missing a couple of shots. He goes down to Happy. Oh no, Device will dig down Kenny and there's MBK dropping and Happy last man standing. He's up on the platform. That bomb is ticking. Device is trying to defuse and Sipnix will save him, and it is going to be around for TSM. That's so close. How did Happy not hit the shot? And how did Sipnix save him?
1 round at a time, Anders. 1 round at a time. 9 more to tie things up. 10 more to be on an overtime at a minimum. And 11 to go into the next map. And that's where the audiences or the viewers are going to have to give TSM a map that they're going to prefer. There's no more EnVyUs maps left. We kind of divided 3 and 3 with Dust 2 out of the pool. Overpass, Mirage, and Train still to potentially come. But they've got 11 rounds to go before that can happen.
I would like to see Mirage being voted in if this really goes through, but I mean that is still a fair bit off right now. It's armor, it's pistols on the French side, and Cajun up in the graveyard here. Great angle for him, and he's got some backup inside the bomb site. He's very low, but he does get a double, and Device is there to pick up a double of his own. So clean round, only 1 guy lost, 14-6.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look past the results that EnVyUs has had and what maps they've played, and they've had fairly easy ones. They've had Inferno, they've had Train, they've had Cash. Like, they've not been forced to really play too much out of their comfort zone. Dust 2 in there. They haven't really played any Overpass Mirage. I'd actually really like to see Mirage as well, so I hope TSM can get us there. But still a long road ahead. EnVyUs forcing the buy-up yet again. Tech 9 sees it, and P250.
21st round. I'm glad to see that Device is catching up a bit. That first half was really tough on him.
3 kills or something like that?
Yeah, that was not a fun time. Great grenade, and now Envy trying to see if they can speed it up. Almost Device getting caught there. That was a bit scary. But this should be a good round. They've got 3 people at this bomb site here for TSM. They got the rifles and no trouble at all. Apex being burned alive and no bomb plant either here.
Well, with the way that EnVyUs keeps buying up, I just keep forcing. They're allowing TSM to build up some confidence. Maybe make up for past mistakes. 14-7. It's 7 rounds away at 1 at a time.
I don't think it's going to be just one map that's going to make the difference. But you gotta also appreciate that there is a minimal chance that if Envy are this far ahead and don't close out this game, then that will also be a bit of a shock to them. And I don't think they're going to go on the same kind of tilt that TSM are on, but it could start them in that direction anyway. You know, the higher you go, the lower you fall, all that.
Flying closest to the sun. But we're seeing TSM change things up. Looks like they're getting a little more confident, though, playing a little bit more aggressive. Cajun B pushed up in apartments, and we just respected them a little bit more. And TSM trying to read into the situation of Kerrigan, over towards Arch, Device, over towards Library. And Dupree and Cajun B sitting towards Pit. But here we go, I'm just pushing onto the A side. The bomb is still actually back behind them towards Haystack, so it's not a big commitment. Just trying to force out a lot of those grenades, and it looks like they're going to rotate back. Zipness is going to be able to spot them coming through, and it comes down to if he can stay alive, if he can maybe connect on this first shot, and if Kerrigan can get around to help out. And that is a fantastic smoke to help buy them some time.
Especially at the timing here, 40 seconds, still smoke on Sipnix. It looks like EnVy are going to try and split with Happy running through Archway and the rest pushing through the B bombs. And honestly, Happy's probably the perfect player to do this. He has just got some pretty scary timing. Sipnik spraying down one, very nearly a triple spray down. Carrigan there to pick it up on MBK. And now 24 seconds left. Apex making his way into construction. Carrigan should win this fight, and he will. And that's going to be all on Kenny in what would be a clutch of the century. He's going to jump around right into a headshot from Carrigan, who gets a triple kill and gets himself a bit higher on the board.
Great awareness out of Cajun as well. He rotated through short, spotting out Happy in corner, takes him down, stops or prevents that backstop from coming through. But you asked me earlier on, can TSM do this? It was a tough feat. There was a lot of rounds that they'd had to pick up, and they're slowly getting there. Like I said, Device has stepped up. He's picked up another 8 kills, so he's at 11 and 15. Cajun at 16 and 18. On the other side, you see 20. Jeez. MBK and Happy at 20 kills apiece, 15 for Kenya, 16 for Keo, and 14 for Apex.
But notice how it is Cajun who's top fragging. I really feel like he's a player that I don't actually even want to say he responds well necessarily to pressure, because he also has a reputation of being someone who can get quite angry at his teammates. But I think right now he's taking his anger out on EnVy, and if they can sort of, direct it that way, that's going to be good. So yeah, a lot of credit to Cajun right now for focusing his internal rage into killing the Frenchman. That's what you have to do.
Again, bomb back towards T-spawn. So it's not coming in towards this push, but looking for a couple of kills. Apex been relatively quiet on this T side. Hasn't been able to open up sites like he was wanted to. But still having a stellar performance so far. The bomb picked up now as they're pushing towards B. Zipnik's the only man to defend. EnVyUs going to be smoked off yet again with the smoke coming from the A site.
But this time there's also a Molotov on Sipnik, so if he puts that down in time, it's going to make things a little bit more complicated. There is the huge stack over at A right now, and he's going to need some help. Smoke goes up, but you know that won't stop EnVy. Molotov going to come out as well. Sipnik's really trying to see if he can buy time for his friends. Happy, Kiyoshima, MBK, all being burned a bit by that fire, but now they're wrapping around him. There's nothing he can hide behind anymore. Bombs being planted in front, classic EnVy, and now it's going to be Device with a kill on Happy, and Kenny. Happy replies with 2, and this is looking great for EnVy. This might be match and map and tournament point here for EnVy. They just need to kill Cajun and Dupree.
Well, Cajun does respond, gets MBK now down. He's going to be pushing in towards construction. Keo watching the flank on towards Banana. They're picking them off one by one. And now it's Keo by himself up against 2 people. Double kits for the team. And they have the ability to pick up this plant. Keo's going to be forced to come out from the side. Gets one. He's going to be coming through the fire. No, he's actually waiting. Cajun peeks around. Gets the kill.
No.
He's not going to get the defuse, though. And EnVyUs are going to be on match point, tournament point. $40,000 sitting on the line for him.
Oh, it is not impossible that if he had stuck it...
I think he would have had it if he stuck it.
Yeah, because oh, that's very tricky. I wish I could instantly play that in my mind.
I think if they knew the health on Keo, if they knew the health on him, because he would have had to walk through the fire and he would have died right when he touched it.
Yeah.
And that would have been him sticking the defuse.
They can't know that. That's 2020 cast of hindsight here, but... wow, that's devastating. I mean, there's been a couple of rounds in this matchup here on the final day that's been completely crushing. Obviously, Carrigan's on Cobblestone, but this one was very, very close. Tremendous retake there for TSM, but they just did not know how low Keo was. They felt maybe he'd run in and try and just crouch in the fire and kill him.
That was a 2-on-4 retake, too.
Yeah, it was.
Like, that's a tough feat. It's just unfortunate they could do it a little bit quicker to get that bomb defused through, but...
All right, well then we're looking for another 7 rounds in a row here for TSM to bring it into overtime.
It's possible. I'm surprised to actually not see like a pause coming in for TSM at all throughout the entire map to talk things over to figure out what they need to do, because I mean this is your last chance. This is the last round for you potentially.
Dupree going to be walking up there, but Cajun will get the kill first of all on Apex. And Happy is also somewhat low on health here. If they win this round, then EnVy's money will be completely broken, and they'll pretty bounce up to 10 rounds. So it's actually very doable here for TSM. They can't make any more mistakes, but it can be done. Lining up there, Carrigan gets a double, and then Device is there with a pistol, drops the bomb on MBK, and now it's going to be Happy all alone.
Just pre-firing those spots in towards Pit with 21 HP and 13 seconds to go. Looks like he's going to maybe try to save the gun. No real chance he's going to get the bomb and plant it, so that's going to be Team Celibid picking up another round, going up to 9. 6 left to go if they want to tie things up and go into overtime.
Counter-terrorists win.
Happy does not want to lose that AK. So here we go. Again, not a lot of money spent for EnVyUs, like you said. Being broke, maybe Happy can be exactly what they need to open up these sites. But they're up against the op at a device. The M4 is out of solo mid. This would be a rough one.
It's very difficult to imagine what they could change up right now at TSM. I mean, they won 5 rounds in a row before Envy put themselves on 15. Oh no, NBK actually running through the fight, catching one, catching two before he's down, and then Kenny sort of almost dies as a follow-up here. Dupree realizes they're coming, is going to be spraying down a couple of them. So now it's back into a 2v2, and it shows you just how, again, the confidence and the pure focus on Envy here, bringing TSM into some very strange positions. They just don't see it coming.
The shots out of MBK were phenomenal. They're opening up with the initial kill, then the dink on a Kerrigan, able to chase him down before he got taken by a grenade. Oh, KHB, if he falls, it's going to be so bad. He gets the first, he gets the second, and he keeps Team Solo Mid in the game.
Cajun is playing his heart out right now. He's got 22 kills. He's 1 kill away from NBK and Happy, who are both at 23. So, yeah, this is a bit of a godlike performance from him right now. If not for that, they would have probably lost this map already, and we'd be congratulating Envy. It's 5 more rounds for overtime, and they are not all going to be buy rounds for Envy either. You can tell they just don't have a lot of money, and as long as they can keep denying the bomb plant, things might not be so bad.
We've seen a little bit different style here out of TSM. They've actually pushed down the bottom banana, or at least with the smoke alone. EnVyUs were more than happy to sit up towards the top. And just a couple of pistols to use. EnVyUs just trying to wait things out, maybe talk things over about what to do, as this T side is really proving to be difficult for him.
Good shot there from Cajun, and you saw MBK actually throwing the bomb back before he went for the repeat. Doesn't want to give away the fact that it's over there, just in case Cajun didn't spot it the first time around. And yeah, obviously no armor except for an Apex. It should be an easy round here.
So looking into the next round then, potentially, as they're able to clean up another kill. That one onto device. EnVyUs. I'm trying to think, what can they do a little bit differently to finally secure one of these rounds? Like, again, they've been struggling. They had a phenomenal first half, 12-3 on the CT side, and they just can't get any momentum going.
Ooh. Happy's there with the bomb. If he dies, the round is almost certainly over, as there's only 25 seconds left. But it feels like right now, Envy are just waiting and hoping for TSM to make a mistake. And it feels like Happy might be the one to lose his patience first here. Cajun is going to see him, and that's the bomb down. 10 seconds, no chance at all. So as to what Envy can do, I've said this time and again, it feels like whenever, and TSM should know this in my opinion, whenever Envy are in this position where they just need like the last couple of yards and then they'll be home for the touchdown, they stack up in second mid, they throw the smokes to Arch, to Library, and to Lil Pit, and then they wrap around the A-bomb side. That seems to be just their default. Happy shrugs and says, well, let's do this thing, it works more often than not. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that from Envy within the next couple of rounds. Smoke strat towards Archway and wrapping into the A-bomb side. It is very, very easy to see it coming.
Did you make an American football reference because I'm here?
I did, Jason. I wanted you to feel at home.
I do, thank you for that. All right, well, EnVyUs again, they sound the buy up. They do have the smokes to set up for that potential wraparound towards the A site. We do have 4 men there with Kyo back watching the push potentially out of B, but every kill, every death that happens for Team Solo Mid is just going to put them one step closer to being knocked out, or on the opposite side of that, one step closer to getting all things tied up. But ball's in EnVyUs' court. 1 round away, sometimes it's always the last one that's the hardest.
Definitely is. Right now they're clearing out quad side so far, and looks like they're going to try and wrap around the B bomb side. I thought they were going to leave Happy up in middle, but they're actually all falling back this time around, and TSM do have 2 people inside that B bomb side. So let's see, Jason, if they can hold on to it here at about 35 seconds.
It's an interesting crossfire too, because they're both tucked in towards side. Zidmix, he's going to get blinded up if Flashbang comes through, and with the smokes he's been able to put down, he's been able to provide a little bit of cover, but he's just been constantly blind for the last 5 to 7 seconds. He's going to look for this bomb plant going down. Kenny S not going to be able to secure that one. Now the bomb with 20 seconds left needs to be planted. Apex coming in from construction, secures the first, going to spot out Kerrigan, not going to take it down, but the bomb has been planted.
Yeah, now it's a 4v3. MBK is low on health, and there's plenty of kits on the CT side, so they've got a little bit of time to work with here. Carrigan trying to see if he can wait for some teammates to show up. NBK takes one but goes down, and Kiyoshima misses the spray, and Device will drop him. It's Carrigan with the triple currently, and Happy. Can he really stop this plant? Or defuse, sorry. No, he can't. It's going to be Device to take him out for the double kill, and that is going to be 15-11. One of the really cool things that Envy did this round is, first of all, they try again with the plant in front of the bomb site, inside the smoke, which is something that both French teams, both Envy and Titan, have tried to do for a very long time. This is like a more than a year-old strategy at this point. But they also put up the smokes that they actually run into CT spawn and wrap around construction and go back and kill the person who's holding coils. And that is very cool indeed.
All right, well, again, investing into this round, you can see EnVyUs, Galil, AK, Deagle, 2 Tech 9s, and not a lot of grenades to back things up. It looks like they want to pick up the pace over towards this A site, though maybe that wraparound will be coming in here. They have at least enough smokes to pull this one off, and they have people in the right position for it. But it's going to be very hard to overpower TSM, and they've been on this high from so many rounds, one straight. Y and K, our observer, was pointing out Ampy and MBK don't have a lot of money, so if they don't win this round, then it's going to be uneven for the rest of the game almost. Dupree here might be caught, but he gets a kill. Apex takes down Cajun, and Dupree with a great double kill. Device spraying, he's going to take down Kenny, and now it's a 2v2 as Device falls. Happy hiding in the corner, and Carrigan goes down, and Sivic's now all alone, and he's got just 6 health here. This might be it. Kiyoshima putting down the bomb. Molotov is going to block off the one side, but can he do this? He hits the shot, and that's going to be it. Envy, they win Intel Extreme Masters here in Cologne, 16-12 against TSM. And they sure as hell deserve that. I mean, they won 3-0. They dropped 1 life the entire tournament.